Do you think you can afford a brand new truck? $220,000 is what these brand new trucks cost. Whether it's a Freightliner, a Volvo, an International, a Peterbilt, Kenworth, they're all approximately the same price, about $220,000. So in today's video, let's talk about how much money you actually need to make in order to be able to afford a brand new unit. We'll take realistic interest rates, we will take actual monthly payments on these brand new units, and we'll talk a little bit about where freight rates need to actually be in order for you guys to be able to afford it. And to make it even more interesting, we're gonna do this under 6 minutes. So we'll put a clock right there and we'll see if I can get this done in under 6 minutes. Let's get started. All right, so are you going to be able to afford a brand new unit? I'm gonna share my screen. Let's go into Google, type in commercial equipment finance and hit enter. Look at that. The first link that comes out is ET Transport. Why? Because I built a calculator out there for you guys. Now, $220,000, I do not recommend buying a brand new unit with less than $40,000, okay? So if you take 220 minus $40,000, we're financing $180,000 is what we're gonna put here. Now, the realistic interest rates on a brand new unit, you will not find interest rates probably in today's market with less than 8%. Realistically, it's gonna be 9.5, or 10, but let's put 8%. If you are a homeowner, if you have really good credit, you have 8%, you've got your $40,000 down, and we're going to finance it over 48 months, which is going to be a big stretch. So financing it over 48 months, you can see here, the monthly payment is $43.94. Now, I feel like that's a really, really high payment, so we're gonna up it to 5 years. Okay, now $36.49 is what the monthly payment is on one of these brand new units. If you're getting financing at 9%, just so you can see the difference, you're paying $37.36 is the monthly payment, and then plus taxes, because every state, every province, there's different taxes. But if you are going to get financing at 8.5%, you can see here $3,692 is what your monthly payment is going to be. All right, so if a brand new unit, you get yourself a brand new unit, you're paying $36.92 for the next 5 years of your life, whether you're going on vacation, whether you are working, whether you're not working, long weekends, Christmas break, you are paying $3,692 every single month. Now, are you able to make that money over the next 5 years? Okay, and that is what I'm worried about. Today's freight rates, in the month of January right now, it says the van rates are $2.14 per mile. The flatbed rates, you can see here, they're $2.47 per mile, and the reefer rates are $2.57 per mile. Now, if you are doing dry vans and $2.14 per mile, if you are doing 11,000 miles per month, I don't know if you'll be able to make these payments, okay? So a lot of people ask me the question, where do freight rates need to be in order for me or for you guys out there to be able to afford a brand new unit? Current freight rates are $2.14 per mile. We need about 15 cents higher on every single mile. Multiply that by 11,000 miles is $1,650. So why do I take $2.30 per mile in the van market? So the van market is the one that is the most popular, the most common one, $2.30 per mile. If you're doing 11,000 miles, then you're grossing out $25,300. You will be able to pay the $3,600 with today's fuel prices, and even if the fuel prices go up just a little bit. Now, at $2.14 per mile, multiply that by 11,000 miles, you're currently grossing out $23,540. So I don't think that that's enough for you to be able to afford a $3,600 payment. This video is not meant to whether I should go brand new or whether I should go used. Obviously, there are advantages to going brand new. Yes, the fuel consumption is going to be a little bit better, especially, I don't know if you guys heard about these new Volvos that have come out, the 2024 model. They're saying that they get about 10% better fuel consumption on them. 10% is huge. We're obviously gonna have to test it out on this channel to see if we're actually getting the 10%, but I feel like $2.30 is a great trigger. A lot of people ask, a lot of my consultations, when should I get into the market? I really wanna get into the market. I really wanna become an owner-operator. So guys, keep an eye out on these stats. Whenever these stats will reach the $2.28, $2.30, $2.32, and you see 2 or 3 consecutive months like that, that is a great entry point for you to get into the market or for you to be able to buy a brand new unit. Second most popular question I get is about these lease purchase programs, guys. There are some horrible lease purchase programs out there, and there are some really good lease purchase programs out there. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not. If you have good credit and if you have a good down payment, I do not recommend for anybody to get into a lease purchase program. If you have a down payment and you have good credit, you should be buying yourself a truck, whether it's new or used. If you have bad credit and you don't don't see yourself repairing your credit over the next 3 or 4 months, that's when you should consider maybe thinking about a lease purchase program. A lot of horror stories out there, and there are a lot of good stories out there, but you need to pick and choose. You need to be very, very careful with the company that you're going into for a lease purchase program. Yes, owner-operators make more money. Currently, right now, there's not that big of a difference between a company driver working at 65 cents per mile versus an owner-operator that has payments on his truck. There's not that big of a difference, and in a lot of the cases, a lot of the times, the company driver will make more money than the owner-operator currently in today's market. Obviously, this stuff can shift over the next 5 years where the owner-operator can make a lot more money than the company driver. Now, don't forget, guys, if you are in need of financing, I have created a link out there. This link, the second you fill it out, it takes about 20 seconds to fill out. It's gonna go to multiple lenders and they'll quote you on your financing needs. When you type in on Google commercial equipment financing, I'll put the link below where you can play around with this calculator. You can play around with your down payment. You can play around, whether you want to put $50,000 down on a brand new unit, $45,000 down. But the moral of the story right now, guys, the freight rates are too low. Do not get into the market because you're setting yourself up for failure. Obviously, there's some good jobs out there. You might make a ton of money. You can only be the judge of that. But right now, as a whole, the market is not the greatest. I would hold off on those purchases, those brand new units, until the market makes a shift in the right direction. Hopefully, you learned something from this video. I'm Ronen, R-O-N-E-N, and I'll catch you in my next video.